Hi, I'm Zagira Goddess. I want to welcome everybody on the page today. I want to say God bless you. I know we all growing in the faith. I'm coming today. I'm going to talk about five major styles of conflict management. We all going to go through situations. We all going to have problems. And how people deal with them is what I'm going to talk about today. We're going to talk about avoidance. Some people avoid everything. They withdraw from a situation. They don't recognize how they feel. They won't express how they feel. They'll just walk away and they will just, I can say, they always say dumb down to something just to not be in conflict, get real quiet. But avoidance is the withdrawal from a situation with a low degree of cooperation and assertiveness. They just, okay, they let it go. The next step that they do is accommodation, and that is yielding to a situation with a high degree of cooperation and a low degree of assertiveness. That means they'll go ahead and do things your way, and they won't even, speak up on themselves. They may voice, well, I feel this way, but it's okay, it's okay. We can let that go. It's gonna be all right. It's not that important. And that's how they deal with conflict. Okay. Now, then you have competition, which is a low cooperation, a high degree of assertiveness, categorizing a winner. That means they try to up you in everything you do, and they are the aggressive and they won't demand things basically go their way without considering how you feel. You know, a lot of people they be like, "Well, I like my food cooked and I want it hot." And if they don't get it hot, you get them a lot of marriage couples do this, and he be like, "Oh, throw it out. I go do somebody else," and they make you turn around and say something like, well, I don't want to lose my marriage because of something like this. I'll make sure the food is hot. I put it in the microwave. And sometimes they go through their whole marriage just doing what this person wants and never having nothing they want. You know, some people are takers on all levels and very aggressive. And some people are selfish. They only think about themselves. And that's how they deal with anything that come against them. Then we have the fourth way style of how you conflict management, how you deal with conflict, which is collaboration. And collaboration is characteristically a high degree of cooperation and assertiveness is displayed, leading to a resolution in a situation. And that means both parties, you know, they're willing to compromise and yield to each other, and they both are very aggressive about it, but they would come to a resolution of the situation even at the certain point that one person is more so demanding. And you see people like that, they arguing. Well, I feel that if you want your food hot, you can put it in the microwave. And then the other one turns around and says, well, you need to serve it to me while it's hot. And then the other one turns around and says, well, I don't feel like I gotta serve you anything. I cooked the food, it's set on the stove, it's cool now, I put it on the plate. Either you take it or you don't. Or you can put it in the microwave. And then sometimes the resolution between them two going back and forth, and they be both aggressive to me. I leave. I ain't finna cook no more. You cook your own food. They get to that point. But then it comes to the point of they turn around, he said, well, I just put it in the microwave. Okay. And then later on it'll be an argument again because they don't want to go the extra step, you know. And then we have the fifth way of dealing with conflict, which is compromise, to find a balance in a situation. Both moderate degrees of cooperation and assertiveness is required. That's when they hear one person out and another person hear them out, and they come to a resolution both give and take, and they have a balance in that, and they respect each other's ways. And people say that's the best way to deal with things, because when you both of you are being aggressive, sometimes people hold back and make compromises, and they don't heal. They don't recognize that both people feelings are important. Some people can give because, like, I'm using a situation, a married couple, and they want their food hot. Technically, if she put the food on a plate, the person who's receiving the food can put it in the microwave, okay, and not ask somebody to go an extra step for them. Sometimes it's just knowing that you appreciate it and be like, okay, she did cook the food and she put it on a plate and everything. I can just put it in the microwave. It's not a big deal. It's going to be hot, but people don't always think like that. Well, why couldn't she do that? She should have did it right the first time. And once it got ready, and sometimes the food will get ready and you haven't came home yet. And it's set 20 minutes. And they make a real big deal about it. And you know, as a mature adult, we have to learn to hear the other person out. And it don't have to be a marriage. It can be the neighbors. Can you keep your children off my grass? They put a lot of money into their yard and everything, and the kids come trampling over it, and they dog run across the yard and poop in the yard, and the neighbors get to arguing, and I don't care. All kids do this. It's a child. But see, some people don't recognize, yes, it's a child. But you got to teach child to respect people's boundaries. You be like, well, I understand it's a child, but your child need to respect this is my property. And I don't have to have it tore down because they're a child. They're able to understand, stay off my grass, keep your puppy, put them on a leash, go in your backyard, but I don't want to clean up poop behind your dog. You know, a lot of people don't want to understand it. They be like, well, that's what dogs do. And I have to tell people, oh, I don't care what your dog do. I have dogs. And I will not ever allow my dog to do that on your property. And if they so happen to do it, I'm going to come out there and I'm going to have my pooper scooper in a bag and I'm going to pick it up. And then I'm going to spray some bleach over in that area, a little bit of bleach water, to kill any kind of germs or microbes that may be on it. And when it comes to my children, I tell them, look, you stay off of people's yard. Don't nobody have to accommodate you. You ride your bicycle, don't turn it over because you learn and turn into their yard. You can turn in a driveway and come out and be on the sidewalk. I teach them to respect people. And a lot of conflict and a lot of stuff people fall out is because they just want things their way. And you have to get to the point of compromise. It don't have to be a shouting match, okay, to be heard. And then some people, they in competition with you, okay? They don't want to compromise. They just want to see they won. They have that mentality, well, my way or the highway. And you can ask for little things, and they're not willing to give it to you. They're not willing to sit down and talk to you openly and listen to your side, And so, well, why you feel? Because I put a lot of money into my garden. I want my lawn to look like something in a magazine. I, I would appreciate this. Respect all the work that I do. I spend a lot of money on my lawn. And the other person be like, so what? We can't be like that as adults. We have to show maturity and respect people's boundaries. And then you have the thing of accommodation, people just doing stuff, well, I'll just let it go because they're children. No. Don't nobody have a right to tell you how your property is going to be treated. They have to respect boundaries. Your opinion is very important. So, and then you got avoidance just because you're like, well, I don't want to argue and come on, just let the kids be kids and I'm just going to keep quiet, and you watch it every day, the kids running over your lawn, but I'm just gonna let it go. And they got a dog and he pooped and he kicking it up, putting holes in your lawn. That's important. Okay, that's not one of them things you just have to let people do things because they aggressive. You know, and I'm a person, I hate conflict. Being Indian, we don't deal with a lot of arguing, loud talking, and all of that. But God pulled me out and put me around other cultures. And trust me, I used to sit in my house and wouldn't even come outside because I didn't want to be bothered. I feel like if you ain't paying my bills, you ain't investing in me, why am I arguing with you? But at the same time, I'm bothered because when it comes to it, you think you running me, it comes terrible in the end because I'd be like, what? Okay, I'll take it to another level and we won't even discuss it because I'm not hearing it. I'll just be like, look, don't talk to me like this. Mind your business. Respect my boundaries. If we got to go there, it's a done deal, baby. You know, and I have been working with God to talk more, express my feelings more, and I still avoid certain type of people. I'd be like, nope. Mm-mm. And they can be beautiful people. They got to stay away from me because I'm not going to argue. I don't care. People say strong debates. I'm not going to debate everything. Certain things I don't ask for that much. We're just going to have to come to a compromise. We just going to have to learn to respect each other's feelings. And some things we can work it out. It can be a give and take. But if I give and I'm not happy with the outcome and it's really overwhelming for me, the resolution we came to, I feel that I feel that I should be respected in some kind of way. You know, I don't know. And I tell people some things that are give and take is it that serious to you? Because I tell people I do matter. You matter and I matter. We can take it slow. I may have to get counseling. Okay. I may have to look into some stuff. We may have to look at some videos together. We may have to go to therapy together. I may just have to go by myself and find out why I feel the way I do. I have to, and I know I have learned to, and I do dumb me down a lot of times. Like, okay, I don't want this. You know, I tend to be extremely quiet to myself. I do avoid a lot of stuff. You know, I'm not competitive. I tell people how I live my life is based on the choices I make. I don't look at you, don't care what you do. I'm just not there. You know, a lot of people, and we know it as Christians, you get them and they be like, God said, and I be like, yeah, God said this, but this is not what he mean. I sat with the Holy Spirit and he was explaining some things. And some people, they say stuff and they be all the way wrong. Like you hear pastors say, ain't no such thing as a female pastor. That's a lie. Okay. They'll say all kind of stuff. And I be looking at them like, look, I'm ordained. I'm a pastor. I was called. I fought it. I have no problem with it, but I need to be respected. You're not going to come yelling at me every day. You're not going to do this, this, and that. And I just tell them I usually will avoid them, just won't go around them. And then God starts saying, say something. And I was like, look, all I want is common decency and respect. I may not like this about you, but I'm not going to berate you. I'm not going to disrespect you. Okay, that's not winning no fight with God. Okay, sometimes you got to admit you're wrong. Sometimes you need to look within. God say, examine yourself. You know, and I just tell people, look, not today, devil. Because when it comes to dealing with stuff like that, spiritual warfare, I may not be, real aggressive. But when I'm speaking in that spirit realm, I'm respected. And God hears me. You know, I do what pleases him. God hears me. And them answers come like this. And one thing God always tell me is you do matter. You have feelings. And that's what I tell people. I recognize your feelings. You have to recognize mine. You have to be willing to work some things out for me, and I'm not just talking relationship. I'm talking about, because we have all kind of relationship. We have relationship with authority. We have relationship with parents. We have relationship with siblings. We have relationship with friends. We have relationships with significant others. We have relationships with celebrity or management, the boss, and relationship spiritually with our higher power. Okay, it takes two people to collaborate and work together and compromise. Some things you can't compromise because if your boss tell you to do something when you sign up for the job, that's what you got to do. Some stuff they'll tell you that's out of order. You got to make a decision. But I'm not going to get caught up in that long time. I'm just going to say I'm this girl goddess. Y'all comment, like, subscribe, share it. I appreciate it. I'm trying to grow my page. But I do care about everybody and I try to drop knowledge for all ages so we can start healing. I'm trying to focus on the positivity and change one step at a time for the betterment of society. So y'all be blessed.